Good morning and welcome to a new video. It's still quite dark since it's 5 o'clock in the morning. We're up to it with the Cardinal shenanigans again. I'm at Venray Station and we're going to be heading north this time. Last video we went west, but this time we're going to be heading north. And I'm really hoping that my camera operation is going to be good because my hand is shivering because it's so cold. It's about 5 degrees outside. Let's see how this camera does. And I just realized that I forgot to turn on the low light function of my camera, so now you can see me clearly. Hi. Usually I'm not this shivery because it's really cold. It's a lot colder than I would have anticipated, but I've got high hopes that the temperature will be better during the day. I'm walking down the parking lot of this one of the two parking lots of this station. And we are going to take the 5:15 again. So that's the train that we took the last time. And according to my planning, I don't need to take the 5:15. But in Nijmegen, I only have a 3-minute connection and I don't want to miss that train. So we're going to take one earlier than planned. I don't think that the RS11 or the Arriva train is going to be late at this time in the day. But just to be sure that I get my connection, I'll take this train to Nijmegen, change there onto NS, and from there the next stop will be Zwolle. I can take a 30-minute break there because until Zwolle, which is about halfway through the route, I don't have time to take a break or get some coffee. So I kind of planned this within the route because I do need my coffee at some point in this route. So whilst making the last video, I was here before 5 o'clock and it was really dark. And now it's just past 5 o'clock and all the lights are already on. That's a good thing, I think. So we're going to be taking the 5:15 towards Nijmegen. And our journey is going, well, our goal is going to be the most northern stop in the Netherlands. So we're heading due north. The route that we will be taking is going to be partially the same. So we are starting at Venray, as you can see. And we're going to Nijmegen, change over not to a train to Roosendaal, but to Zwolle, which is more north. And from Zwolle, we're going to change into a train that's going to bring us to the province of Groningen. From there, I'll tell you what we're going to be doing there. So the train that we are taking just left Venlo station and is already past Blerik station. It should be arriving here in a couple of minutes and then we'll be heading to Nijmegen. But hearing the birds chirp this early in the morning just puts a smile on my face. The train has arrived. Let's go to Nijmegen. So we have arrived at Nijmegen station. And I just realized that the train that I'm getting is the one that's standing at platform or track 1A, and it's not leaving until 6:25. That's the actual first one. I thought there was a earlier train leaving towards Zwolle, but apparently it's not. So I've got about 20 minutes here. The store hasn't opened just yet. It will open at 6 o'clock. And I'm gonna get my coffee early. Yay! These Stadler built GTW trains from Arriva are one of my favorites. Just the sound of the diesel engines roaring away. I absolutely love it. Coffee has been acquired. This is a lot relaxer than the last time I tried this because a 3-minute connection is just not enough. I could just go and sit inside this train because it's still going to be here on the track for 20 more minutes, but yeah, let's just explore a little bit. I sat down on a bench with my coffee because I'm not even allowed in the train yet. The destination signs are not showing any destination yet, so the doors are all closed. I'm not going in a train anytime soon. I think I'll be here on this bench for about 15 minutes. Since we're still here on the platform waiting to be able to enter the train, I might as well show you around a little bit. So the blue seats that you just saw were the second class seats, and the red seats that you see right now are the first class seats. These trains have either very, very wide sliding doors or really small, just normal pressurized doors. So these trains are electrically driven, and the part that you're looking at right now is the motor car. So they are double-decker trains, but this part of the train only has an upper deck because all the electronics and the motors are beneath the passengers. And the train that we are taking is a 6:25 to Zwolle, so a little over 10 minutes to go. Since we are in this train, I might as well show you around a little bit. All right, these are manual. Oh. See, this is the motor car that we're in. This is the second class seating, which is this single deck part of this train. But we are in first class again, so let's go. Even. Oh. Mooi hoor. Ja, ik ga vandaag naar de meest noordelijke bushalte van Nederland. Okay. Naar de Emmahaven, vlakbij Eemshaven. Dat is een netjes teringeitje hier vandaan. Ja, dat is echt een teringeitje. Ja. Ik ben laatst ook naar het westelijke punt geweest, dus dat is bij Sint-Anna-ter-Muiden, in Zeeland ergens. Ja. En dan moet ik Bad Nieuweschans nog een keer in de Drielandenpunt nog. En daar maak ik dan video's over en ja, dat komt dan op mijn YouTube kanaal terecht. Hoe lang is dat reizen helemaal naar de Emmahaven is 4 uur. Oh, 4 uur? Ja. We zin in hebben en terug, dat is volledige dienst voor mij. Ja, precies. We are just now pulling into Arnhem Centraal. The train from here is going to continue to Zwolle. Just a little thing that just happened. In Nijmegen the gate lines were all open. You could check in, but why would you? And the driver just requested the passengers that haven't checked in to check in Arnhem, so they had a little part that they could travel for free. But everybody that didn't check in has to get out of the train, check in, and then get back into the train. The train has a standstill time about 4 to 5 minutes here, but luckily I have a QR code, so no problems there. The last time that we traveled to the most western point, we traveled in the same intercity stock, this stock. I've never mentioned what it's called, so I have explained that it used to be a stop train, but now it's an intercity train. The new name is DDZ, and DDZ stands for DDZ, whatever you want to call it. DDZ stands for the Dutch abbreviation of Dubbeldecker Zonering, and basically this was the first train to have zones, so zones that you have to be quiet in, zones that you can work in, so you have little tables and just places where you can meet. So in this first class, if you look on the windows, there's little stickers that tell you that you can have a conversation here. You don't have to be quiet. And so that was the first train that had this. The other trains that we will discuss in a future video is also have these zones, but this one was the very first, and currently this is also the oldest rolling stock that NS has. So the average speed that an intercity in the Netherlands does is 140 kilometers an hour. This train only does 120, maybe 125. But the reason is because the rolling stock is so old, if they come above 130 kilometers an hour, they used to shake very much. So they crank down the speed a lot. So the announcement that you just heard, we are pulling into the station called Dieren, which the literal translation from dieren is animals. So we are going into Animals Station. We have arrived at Groningen Station. Let's go find our train towards the last stop that we're going to do before we head over to a bus. So this is the last train that we're taking before going over to a bus. This train goes to Delfzijl, but we're going to take it to Appingedam, and from there we have to transfer to a bus. We've left about 5 minutes late, but we have about 10 minutes to get our bus, so let's pray that this doesn't go wrong in the last minute. So we went from Arriva in Limburg, my own province, to NS, then NS again, and now we're back into Arriva, because Arriva operates a lot of trains on the east side of the Netherlands. And the train that we are taking right now, with these blue seats, which you've just seen, I've filmed a short little clip about them, are pretty much the same trains that we started in this morning. Well, we have arrived in the bustling Appingedam, and we're now just here to wait for the bus. Just about, I think about 3 or 4 minutes it should be here. I thought it was going to start here, but it actually starts at a bus station and then makes a little loop to this station and then continues onto the route. Well, it's the last leg of our journey of 4 hours going to the most northern bus stop in the Netherlands. This is our last leg going to the most northern bus stop of the Netherlands, the Cardinal North bus stop. And the bus stop, I don't think I've mentioned this in the video yet, haven't I? Which is called Emmahaven. So the operators that we have used today are a couple of operators, which the first was Arriva in Limburg, and then NS, which was that drove the intercities. The last train that we took was an Arriva train, and the bus that we are in right now is a Q-Bus bus. Q-Bus. The company is called Q-Bus with a double Z. I'll show a logo in the video. So we will be in this bus for about 25 minutes, and then we will arrive at the most northern bus stop that the Netherlands has. In case I haven't mentioned, this is bus line 41 going to Uithuizen, and that's the bus that drives the route where the most northern stop is on. And that's where we arrive at the most northern bus stop in the mainland of the Netherlands. So we have arrived at the stop called Emmahaven in Eemshaven, which is the most northern bus stop in the Netherlands. Let's go explore. For as far as there are things to explore here, because there's not a whole lot. So on the bus stop there's a small bike rack with actually an app you can download. Something called Go About. I think you can rent a bike there, but the bikes that are here have been here for a very, very long time. There's a crossing point over the road to the other bus stop. And let's go and see what that's all about. What immediately is quite obvious is that the first stop that I came to was with a bus shelter and the other one without a bus shelter. As you might expect, the most northern part of the Netherlands is very, very flat, as you could have seen or have seen in the shots that I've made. And that's therefore, because it's so close to the sea or the ocean or whatever you want to call it, because it's so close to the ocean, it's very, very windy here. There's a lot of windmills here, and there's one very close here. If I pan up, you can see these things are huge. They're over 200 meters high. Looks like there's not much here other than a bicycle path to a roundabout that is here, which has a monument on it, which is something I want to check out. The roundabout that is here next to me has a monument on it with a couple of names of harbors on it. So it says Beatrixhaven, Willem-Alexanderhaven. So I think these are harbors that are near this point, I guess. So the last stop that we went to was West, which in Zeeland was very naturist and peaceful. And this is also very peaceful, but very, 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 very industrious. Oh my God, there's just not exactly what I would have expected to see here. I've explored around for about 15 minutes, and well, there's not a whole lot to see here except for industry and windmills. So I would like to leave, please. Bus is due in about 10 minutes, and we're taking the 10:32 back to Appingedam. After a very comfortable 4-hour journey to this stop, being here for half an hour and now going back. It only cost me like half a day. I mean, I'm going to be back at around just past noon. That ain't half bad, ain't it? So normally if you see something that's impressive, it's like big and it's impressive. But this is just impressive because it's so nothing, it's so empty, it's so vast, which is cool. Let's head back. Just before I forget to mention, so this is the most northern bus stop, but there's a little thing here, because if I go that way, where these windmills are and closer to the shoreline, there's a train station called Eemshaven. And you might think, but if there's a train station, there must be a bus stop. There's not. So that's why I'm in this industrial area and not close to a train station. So the last one that we went to in Zeeland was also a stop that was close to the border. It was just a stop. It was not on a bus station, but it happens to be that there's a train station. I think in a straight line it's 2 or 3 kilometers that way, and I was planning on going there by foot, but it's going to take me over an hour to walk there, and trains only run there every 3 hours. So due to problems or lack of people, I don't know, a lot of these trains are being revised. So if I go there and one of the trains that I need to get gets revised, then I'm stuck there for 6 hours. I don't want that. And there it is, the exact same bus that I took here, because why would there be another bus? Okay, that will be it. I'm here at Groningen station again. It was very fun going to the most northern stop that the Netherlands has. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. So the next stop that we will be going to is the most southern stop in the next video. That one is in the very bottom of the Netherlands, which is Limburg. It's not going to take me 4 hours to get to that stop. When this video is being uploaded, I really hope that you will be watching, and if you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.